Hello and welcome to Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I am your host, Rebekah Benton. North Carolina Cooperative Extension is composed of 100 counties plus the Koala boundaries. We are a part of two land-grant universities, NC State University and NC A&T State University. North Carolina Cooperative Extension brings research, groundbreaking research, to our local communities. And today I have with us Morgan Hayes from Columbus Soil and Water Conservation. Morgan, it is so nice to have you with us today. Tell me just a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Morgan Hayes. I was raised here in Columbus County on a small farm in Cerro Gordo. I graduated from UNC Pembroke with a major in environmental science and a concentration in sustainable agriculture in May of 2021. And I started as Soil and Water Director in June of 21. So it's been a year, a wonderful experience. I love every minute of working with Soil and Water, and I absolutely love working with the local farmers and landowners here in Columbus County.
Awesome. I've had the pleasure of knowing you for about a year now, and I've really enjoyed working with the partnerships that we work with North Carolina Cooperative Extension and you guys. So tell our audience today just a little bit about Soil and Water Conservation District.
So Columbus Soil and Water Conservation District is one branch of local government from the state. With the state, we are a non-regulatory agency, and we deal directly with local producers and farmers in Columbus County to better enhance their best management practices on their farm. So that's incorporating conservation practices that would decrease erosion and increase productivity, as well as developing plans for better products in the end. So we are more the technical assistance side, whereas Cooperative Extension is more the educational side.
This is true. Well, let's talk a little bit about the services that Columbus Soil and Water District provide here to our residents.
So here in Columbus, our office will provide technical and financial assistance to implement best management practices. So you're talking about cropland conversion to grass or trees if you want to install a well, and we also provide assistance in any drainage concerns that any landowners have here in Columbus County.
So they would just call you guys if they have a question, and you can see how y'all can help them.
Yes, we're not 100% guaranteed that we can fix all the problems, but we're more than happy to help any way we can.
Okay, and if y'all can, I'm sure y'all will connect them with the resource they need.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in what ways do y'all provide this service? Tell me a little more about that.
So in the ways that we provide this service, we have 4 or 5 different programs that our office holds. We're also in conjunction with the Natural Resource Conservation Service through the federal government with U.S. Department of Ag. And we have different programs that help to install basics of implementing practices that will overall enhance those. So that could be the Beaver Management Program, that could be North Carolina Ag Cost Share, North Carolina Ag Wrap. We also have voluntary ag districts as well as the farmland preservation easements here in Columbus County. And these are just a few of those programs that we can help provide assistance with.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about these programs.
Okay.
So I know you guys offer different programs. One of the ones I want to ask you about is your North Carolina Agriculture Cost Share Program. Tell me a little bit about that one. How, if I was a consumer or somebody that needed the help in that, how would I go about that?
So the North Carolina Agricultural Cost Share Program is it's a cost share program that helps the landowner with water quality or water quantity needs. These needs may be to address water runoff. So we have ag cost share for water quality. So how does that program help enhance the irrigation or the productivity of that farm? Also, it helps with runoff, and if you have erosion specifically on one typical pasture, we can implement a cost share program to install a different pasture system that would help reduce that runoff in that area. And also, if you have cropland conversion, you can also do a no-till practice or a cover crop practice that can help keep that soil there in that field longer so you can increase your productivity.
Okay, all right. Now, I think another one of the programs you guys have is the Agriculture Water Resource Assistance Program.
Yes,
Tell me about that one.
So the Water Resource Program, in short, is Ag Wrap. And as compared to Ag Cost Share that deals with water quality, this one specifically deals with water quantity issues. So if you don't have the adequate water capacity on your farm for irrigation or for watering your livestock, we can help implement those wells that you can use for irrigation for any row crops as well as any gardens or greenhouses. Also high tunnels, they work hand in hand with those. And also if you have livestock and you're using your home well to water all of your cows, that's technically not sufficient enough for how much water intake that cows and other livestock have to have. So we can help implement a well to actually have different stations in your pasture to increase their water intake.
Okay, and I know there's different size of farms. Does it matter to you guys how big or how small?
So with those farms, they have to meet the bona fide farm standards with the North Carolina State. They also have to have the certain paperwork and criteria with Raleigh to identify as a complete farm.
Okay, all right. So another one that I hear a lot about is your Columbus County Beaver Management Program.
So our beaver management program is, in essence, a management program. It's not specifically an eradication program. So our beaver management program here in the county, if a landowner feels like they have a concern with a backup of water from that's affecting those farm fields or affecting those homes, we can get a Columbus County trapper in there to trap those, and it's no cost to the landowner at all. Columbus Soil and Water covers those costs. Our staff will go out and do an initial assessment to ensure that there is a beaver concern there, and we can see that damage, that we can have it on file in our office with the paperwork that they do have a concern. And then if we have a local trapper in that area, we will send them out and they can trap that area. After 10 beavers are trapped out of that initial area, then another reassessment will be established.
Okay, so if I'm a homeowner or a farmer, and what are some things that I would look for so that I could let you guys know that there wasn't a beaver problem?
So if you have any water backing up in your yard, or if you spot any beaver dams, so those dams are where they pile up all their sticks and their mud and they pack it so thick, if you see any of those. If you can tell of any slides that may be apparent, so that's just where a beaver is going from one area to another and they're sliding down a bank or anything like that. If you can tell where they've gnawn and actually torn down trees, that's really good apparent beaver sign that we can go in, do another assessment, make sure there we can get a trapper.
Okay, all right. Now you also have a Columbus County Voluntary Agriculture Program.
So our Columbus County Voluntary Agricultural Districts program is a specific program to help increase the awareness of our agricultural community here in Columbus County. So Columbus County is so rural, as everybody knows. If you go down the road, you're going to see a tractor, you're going to hear a combine, you're going to see hog houses, you're going to see chicken houses, and those areas are the main necessity here in Columbus County. And what this program does is it provides an awareness for others coming into the county. So if you have a certain farm, for example on 410, it's a main corridor to go to back and forth to Myrtle Beach. And that allows them to know that when you go past through this area on 410, you're going to see, hear, and smell these things all throughout the day. And they can get a voluntary agricultural district sign and put out right beside the road. So if anybody has any questions going through, they know, hey, I'm passing through here, and I may get behind a slow-moving vehicle. I just need to take precautions.
Okay. So as a person that drives on the road or is going through Columbus County, what are these signs going to look like? What am I looking for?
So these signs, they are normally a fiberglass sign that has a green outline around the side of them, and it has Columbus County Voluntary Agricultural District. And it'll have a member on the bottom. It has an actual picture of a tractor and a silo in the sun. They are reflective at night too, so you can see those when you pass through, but they are normally about this big. And a lot of people hang them from wood posts on the side of their yard. They are, for instance, I was going down 905 yesterday afternoon, and there's a farmer that's in VAD. He has it right beside his flower bed next to his house, and right behind there you can see all the grain bins and all of his old tobacco barns and that kind of thing. So
okay, so that's what I'm looking for.
yes.
I love it. I love it. So and there's another one, you guys do equipment rental and sales programs?
So with Columbus Soil and Water, we have a 10-foot John Deere no-till drill that farmers can come in and rent. It's $8 per acre or minimum charge of $50 per day. That if a landowner wants to plant ryegrass or fescue or any soybeans or anything like that, they can adjust the seed box for how big their seed is, and they can plant and then just bring it back to the office whenever they're done. And they have the option to use that at the office. We also have the geotextile fabric at the office that after somebody puts in a well, they can put this geotextile fabric around the areas where cattle are drinking the water and put rocks over it just so it helps keep it stabilized there and the soil stabilized around it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, are there any other items that you would like the public to know about you guys?
So also, one I forgot to mention is the North Carolina Farmland Preservation and Trust Fund. Here in Columbus County, we have worked closely within North Carolina State and the Division of Soil and Water to implement a program here in the county that would help preserve the farmland here. This program is a perpetual conservation easement that a landowner will sell the developmental rights off their property. And the landowners still have all the land rights, mineral rights, water rights. They also can do normally anything on their property that they normally do for farmland, but they cannot develop on it. And what it does is it helps to preserve that farmland here in Columbus County. And currently we do have an application period open now. All applications are due to the state by December. And if a landowner has any interest in putting their farm into farmland preservation, we are more than happy to help to assist.
Now, is there a charge for the applications or anything? Everything is free? And if they need help filling them out, you guys help them with that? Okay, all right. That sounds really helpful, very helpful. I've learned so much from these different programs that you guys do. I really enjoy the farm sign ones. I think those are really neat, something I really didn't know that was going on in our county. So, can you tell me just a little more about the actual, just to go over one more time, the items that you guys rent for the equipment rental sale? What they specifically are.
With the equipment rental sale, we have a 10-foot no-till drill, as well as geotextile fabric that people can actually buy to put in around their agricultural wells after they install those.
All right, so basically it's two different things. Okay, all right, and I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I might have for you or anything else you would like to share. Not at this time. Okay then. Well, Morgan, I do appreciate you being with us today on Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. I hope that we can, in the future, continue to partner together and work and kind of notify the public of things that we have going on here in the county with you guys. So lucky because North Carolina Cooperative Extension is housed in an area with you and USDA, and so we all are just a huge partnership together here in our county.
I'm also really thankful to have this partnership with North Carolina Cooperative Extension because, like I've said before, is we are doing more of the technical assistance and financial assistance side, and we partner with Cooperative Extension for a lot of educational aspects. So if a farmer comes in and has questions about implementing best management practice, we can help with that assistance, but we also refer them over to you guys just so they have a more educational background, especially with field crops and with the livestock agent. There in the office with pasture grazing and forage land. So.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, I just want to say thank you for joining us today here at Spotlight North Carolina Cooperative Extension. If you have any questions about Columbus soil and water conservation, you can give us a call. Morgan, what is your number over there?
So our direct line number is 910-642-2196 and press extension 3. And you'll get directly to our office.
And if you want to have some information from North Carolina Cooperative Extension, you can always give us a call at 910-640-6607. And again, we thank you for joining us today.